Good day, everyone. So it's me, Merissa Ocampo, and I'm affiliated at Fukushima Gakuen College in Japan. And I would like to share with you the research I did 2 years ago during the peak of the pandemic. And this is about the efficacy of self-compassion on teachers' well-being. Yeah, so before we start, I would like you to join me to have a minute now, so a minute of 3, 4, 5 breathing exercise. This will surely help us all calm down and relax now. So, what is 3, 4, 5? Yeah, so it is actually a breathing exercise that is extremely effective for people who are prone to anxiety or stress, and it could hardly be simpler now. So just breathe in 3 seconds and then hold for 4 seconds and then breathe out for 5 seconds. So we do this because when you out breath is longer than you in breath, you reduce activation of your stress state and encourage your body to move into what we call a thrive state. And you can do a few rounds of this breath or extend it to take 5 minutes. So listen to your body and see what works for you. So for now, we will only be doing it for a minute. So maybe a minute is only about 5 times. So we will do it 5 times, 3, 4, 5, no, breathing exercise now. Oh, and then also one more thing now. So while doing it, we can also try one of the 5 compassionate touches shown in the slide, such as hugging yourself or touching your hair or the belly hold, and then also the face embrace. We'll do like this, and then the two-handed heart here, and then also the arm caress like that. So either of these self-compassion touches can do, okay, while we are doing this a minute breathing exercise. Okay, so for beginners, so focusing on counting helps now, but you can also close your eyes you feel like if you feel like now, so in order for you to focus on something, and or you can open your eyes and focus on counting. So okay, so shall we start? And then I am going to count it for second 2 times, and then after that, then we will just do it quietly for about 3 times. Okay, so shall we start? Okay, ready. So I will probably do this one in order for me to touch my face like this. Okay, ready, start. 2, 3, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me here, and then yeah, so maybe now I'm a bit relaxed now. So now let's continue. Thank you again. So thank you for joining me now. So doing this 3, 4, 5 breathing, and I don't know about you, but at least I am relaxed now. Our profession as teachers is driven by a strong common purpose of making a difference in the lives of our students. And in order for us to be professionally satisfied, teachers need to feel that they have a say or voice in the decision that influence the role. But what if teachers are working in an environment that doesn't promote mistakes or denies teachers' agency. In those situations, there is no doubt now so that they can fall prey to anxiety, burnout, and stress. And for short, I always call it ABS now. So maybe later I will use the acronym ABS now. So which manifest in an array of negative feelings and emotions. To help such teachers, I undertook now so this examination of the effectiveness of self-compassion practices as a way to remedy teachers' abs to promote their positive well-being. And we all know that nobody's perfect, right? And there are times in life when we take a wrong turn, head off on a tangent, and find ourselves lost. This is how some of the 30 teachers in Japan, these 30 educators who took part in this study felt. So, especially those inhabiting what we might call word of correctness. And so they felt that it seemed as though they were being judged, not for the things they did right, but for the things they did wrong, especially for the teachers whose case study I will share with you today. And in the world of education now, so attitudes towards mistakes and being right can lead participants to experience job-related dissatisfaction, unhappiness, and then anxiety, burnout, and stress. Now, and that is why this study started. As I mentioned earlier, this work comes from a desire to help teachers, and I am of the belief that teachers' anxiety, burnout, and stress can ruin the capacity to think positively and accurately. And this condition is neither emotionally, mentally, nor physically healthy because it affects not only work quality but also relationships with students and co-workers. And then, armed with this knowledge about the efficacy of self-compassion, I felt compelled to help ESL teachers to be mindfully aware of self-compassion's benefits to improve their well-being. And a very personal experience also motivated in this study. It started when one of the teachers I spoke to had her teacher's report returned by the person in charge in this kind of teacher's training report, no, and then filled with red markings with this unreadable handwritten kanji corrections and comments. And so these red ink, red inked comments smashed her self-confidence, and the experience washed away her power to think positively and the willingness to finish her task. And then she also felt her brain started to wither like fallen leaves, so she couldn't control the reoccurring thoughts that she was unfit and incapable to do her job in such a non-autonomy promoting environment. And in this environment, so the language barrier made the situation even worse. In the narrative interview, she shared her 2-year silent quest to adapt herself to an environment not fitted to her. And then she started her feelings and emotions based on the accumulated experiences, leading to the development of self-shame and even the thought that she would be going to the university the next day gave her tremendous stress, and hard breathing and then dizziness followed, and then she succumbed to negative comments towards herself such as being unworthy and then low confidence now and paranoia. And so this participant's red ink phobia kept playing on her mind repeatedly, and she began avoiding things that reminded her of the conversation she had with the person in charge. Questions like, "Can you read these kanji characters? I thought that you studied in this one of the prestigious university in Japan. Why you cannot read kanji? This is very simple." So this something like that. Now, so, and these questions cause memory loss, no, and then struggling with concentration, sometimes anger, really, and a negative view of both self and the environment now, and this kind of negative, so the negative view of both self and environment, and then sudden vivid memories of the event increased to the point where she began taking sleeping pills prescribed by the doctor, because she couldn't sleep at all, because so this kind of episode happening in the recent past kept on recurring in her mind. And then she started blaming herself for not having sufficient capacity to remember and learn Chinese characters quickly. So, because of this impoverished mental health, she looked for ways to help herself. And she started to develop this fight and flight feelings, but proved to herself, not to herself, that she could do something about it. So she thought that she was super teacher, not only of the students but also of herself. So she deepened her understanding and implementations of being positive and being mindful. She did not stop now learning and look for some ways, and then not only to others but most especially to herself. Now she did not let herself be be in that position, that moment now. So she proved to herself that this compassion is not only something that we should only apply to others but also to ourselves. So when we give compassion to others, we are all we're so sweet in the understanding, right? So we're sweet to others, but then there are times when we cannot do the same for ourselves. Indeed, so we are frequently crueler. I would like to use the word crueler to ourselves than to the ones we, care about. So we sometimes, bully ourselves by using faulty words to our bodies, like, "Well, why you're not good," and so you keep on doing like that. Sometimes even use unacceptable words to ourselves that we cannot say to other people. Now, so let us be aware, not to keep doing this kind of self flagellation. So self-compassion is a way around this. So it helps to make ourselves part of the circle of compassion. So by embracing now, so the concept of self-compassion, and with the guidance of these three elements of self-compassion recognized by Neff, so this self-kindness and mindfulness and even connectedness now. So Neff actually, she gave us a good guide, a very simple way to follow this kind of self-compassion. And of course it's not only Neff, so there are many researchers doing this, and even some gurus now. So because of those, so she embraced and acknowledged her phobia symptoms and even conquered them now. So she focused on its positive effects on her. And however, it was not easy for her to come up now, so with acceptance right away. So researchers have recognized this. So they remind us that since self-compassion is an antidote to the habitual trait-based reactions of being self-critical, and that is the fight, and then abandoning ourselves, and that is the flight. We really run away, and getting stuck with the rumination, and then rumination will just freeze like this and keep on repeating the bad feelings that we had, and then the best things now happen in our lives now. So we need now, so actually, so we need courage uh, to notice and acknowledge your suffering. And then we need strength now, so strength to stay present with our suffering, and then not to turn away or nor deny, right? And then we need wisdom now, so wisdom to know how to alleviate your suffering in a helpful way, and then and the commitment also to act to enhance your well-being now. So and how self compassion helped one of the participants. Well, self compassion helped her to reduce symptoms of abs and the feeling of shame, feeling of self pity, and then feeling of self worth, and reduced the feeling of negative self image. And then also self-compassion and self-care of equal importance, so the following activities or exercises are recommended. And of course you have to treat yourself like how you treat your friend, and then have a self-compassion break, and then write a letter to yourself now, so from the perspective of unconditional loving imaginary friend, and then supporting touch, that is like what we did a while ago, changing your critical self-talk, and then self-compassion journal, and then identify what we really want. And then another three of the respondents, three of them always meditated in different places now, so because most of the participants were ALT teachers, and so they kept on moving from one place to another, so they were teaching in different schools. So these places were either on the train, in a restaurant, or even in a hot spring. So meanwhile, two respondents revealed that they meditate only when they are under stress. So for them, meditation was a kind of sanity rescuer. So they were able to control their emotions and focus while doing so. So ensuring that they could meditate anytime and anywhere. So for them, meditation is not it's a kind of, yeah, so meditation is only when they feel really need of it now. So again, so for them it's kind of sanity rescuer. And then also the teacher who participated in this research, and especially the main respondents who overcame her red ink phobia, were able to strengthen and deepen their capacity for self compassion and appropriate self care. And the red inker cell also extended her use, if it is as her first step toward assisting other teachers who are suffering from anxiety, burnout, and stress. So, finally, I would like to leave you all with a message I wrote while doing this research. I encourage you all to be the master of yourself, the warmer of your soul, the provider of your strength, and the giver of self love. May you all be safe and healthy. Thank you.